Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're building Carnage Junker Queen. And the whole idea behind this build is simple. Stay alive as long as possible while constantly wounding the enemy. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on future build ideas. Alright, let's get started. For round 1, we're picking Chop Chop. This gives Carnage an extra charge, so you'll have 2 swings instead of 1. And we're going to make this skill way stronger with the items we get in the next few rounds. Now for the items in round 1, you'll want to grab ability Power, Health, and Armor. With those, your Carnage hits harder and you'll already start becoming tough to kill. For the round 2, the item we're going for is Ironclad Exhaust Ports. It gives 5% cooldown reduction, and every time you use an ability, you gain 25 over health for 3 seconds. Since we have 2 Carnage charges thanks to Chop Chop, this over health will stack up really well and keep you alive during fights. The second item to pick up here is Bigger Magnet. This gives you 10% ability power and makes Jagged Blade pulls 35% stronger. You'll be able to pull enemies from way further away, even backliners who thought they were safe. And for the round 3, we're picking Let's Go Win as our next power. Every time you get an elimination, Commanding Shout's cooldown resets. It's insanely good. Even if your teammate finishes the kill, you still get the cooldown reset. You'll be using Shout constantly to keeping you and your team alive. For items in round 3, sell all the green items if needed and grab Scav Scraps. It gives 50 health and 5% cooldown reduction, but more importantly, every time you hit with Carnage or Jagged Blade, you get over health equal to 40% of the damage dealt. This is your main survival item. It's a huge part of what makes the build work. With the over health from Scav Scraps and the cooldown resets from Let's Go In, you're almost impossible to bring down, and with your 2 Carnage swings, you're deadly and tanky. Now in round 4, go for Thick Skull. This gives you 50 armor and 75% damage reduction while using Carnage or Rampage, so when you're swinging your Carnage or ulting, you're barely taking damage. And since you have 2 Carnage charges, you'll be blocking incoming attacks much more often. You're basically almost unkillable at this point, especially if you've got a good healer behind you. Moving into round 5, the power, I like to pick Blood Crazed. Every hit from Carnage or Rampage gives you 15% of your max health as over health. Combine that with the 75% damage reduction from earlier, and now every swing is healing you like crazy. For items in round 5, go for Reduction Field. It gives 50 armor, and every time you take damage you build up stacking damage reduction up to 20 times. This helps you survive all damages and teamfight bursts. Now for the final power, I always go with Soaring Stone. This turns Carnage into a leaping strike when you jump while using it. It's great for chasing down fleeing enemies or even catching flying heroes mid-air. It just makes Carnage feel way more aggressive and fun to play. And finally, for the last item, I suggest grabbing Fusion Drive. It gives 50 armor and 15% ability power. But what makes it amazing is every time you use an ability, it restores 50 armor or shield over 2 seconds. Since you're constantly using Carnage, Jagged Blade, and Shout, you'll be healing armor non-stop while dealing more damage thanks to the ability power boost. If you've got extra cash in the last round, feel free to swap out Ironclad Exhaust Ports for Champion's Kit. That'll give you even more ability power. And that's it. Our tank-focused Carnage Junker Queen build is complete. We've got tons of overhealth, armor, ability damage, and near constant cooldown resets. You'll be in the middle of every fight, soaking up damage and hitting like a truck. Let me know what you think of this build down in the comments. Alright, let's go test it out in-game.
with it. We've almost taken the lead. Pushing ahead now.
60 seconds left.